got, buddy? P1 right there.
Good evening to the internet, and good day to some of you. Good morning, etc., etc. This is Cooper. This is Darlington with the No Toad Racing League. Sunday night, we are going to get season 22 kicked off, and you hear my co-anchor Kyle Sexy Waltrip Gretsch coming in. We've got the NASCAR Xfinity throwback that was sponsored by Matt Piracini tonight. And we got a good night for racing, Kyle.
We sure do. I just left a Discord channel talking about lines at Darlington for tonight. So, yeah, this is definitely a track you either love or hate, and this is definitely a track I've grown to very much like racing on.
And it is definitely a kind of a dogfight of a track. I mean, you're fighting the track the whole time. There's no real place to take a break. Just wear you out from one end to the other. And it's God, it seems like 10 laps here can feel like they last 100. But we're gonna get rolling into qualifying here shortly, and as soon as we're through that, we'll be on with the festivities of the evening. But this is the season 22 kickoff race for the No Toad Racing League, and that's a long thing. And there's some other videos here of a couple of chats that the guys have done, going over the fact they've been around, for 20 years, and how they came to be. They switched over here, got into iRacing. And season 22 is their fifth season on iRacing. Got some big numbers. Got over 100 drivers. We got over 100 people that have decided that they will subscribe to the channel. The Sunday Xfinity series is invitation only. You've got to actually feed your series through the ARCA series that are on Monday nights, which those are. We're broadcasting. Now we're kind of doing a cut constellation. There was a brief look at our sponsor. The hamster in his internet wheel must have a broken leg. He's been a little choppy in and out. But our ARCA cars, the No Toad ARCA cars on Monday nights. Tuesday nights with the 87 Legends cars. Then Friday nights we do Next Gen Cup Series, kind of halfway, sort of a test series on those. Those are also something tough to do. There's also King of the Hill. There's always room for more people. One of the people that there's room for that we're not sure we're going to see is Kendall Kerr. It sounds like he may have a prior engagement, so he may miss the season opener. He was our season 21 champion, though. He had top fives in 10 out of the 12 races. Kind of went Matt Kenseth with it. Only had one win, but beat everybody down just to staying at the top.
Yeah, a lot of times when it comes to seasons, I think people get too caught up on their wins. That's, I think, a big flaw of the current NASCAR system, where it's very, win when you're in kind of deal. But I think your season is very much defined by the the runs you have throughout the year. And with us slapping a playoff and having a full-time points standing, I think that really shows, who was the best driver consistently over the races we have, the drop weeks we have.
Yeah, and that's there's a couple drop weeks built in. Some of the stuff for tonight, we do run full damage in No Toad Racing League. We do have a fast repair because, sometimes that turn one, lap one, you just send it a little too much, and over send can kind of mess things up as we get the end of practice here. And so we do run one of them. Tonight we do have three sets of tires in the pits on top of the set you start with. We do run 65% fuel with the ARCA cars, and we do run the fixed iRacing setup. We should see some of these blip around. There we go. So we should see some blipping around for the cars as we go in, and we'll just empty this out and just kind of let it run through, and we'll pop the no-toad throwback banner up across the top here, and it'll kind of scroll us some times. We'll get a little bit of a look at who's doing what. Got the 31 Michael Redding on the track right now. Come around here, we're going to jump up on the roof. Well, we're supposed to jump up on the roof of this car. We decided to go inside. You can hear a ton of just feather in the throttle. It is a non-stop on-off, on-off, on-off. Get back on it, go back into full send mode. You know how that works. Sometimes full send is a bad idea.
Have you had time to talk about our entry list tonight?
No, I have not got to that.
Yeah, we've got some heavy hitters in here, some people who are kind of new to NTRL but have been highly rated by people that have raced against them in other series. So, you know, we have our guys that we're used to seeing kind of being up front currently. We have Johnny Brugg. We've got Michael Redding. We've got Benson. We've got Ileana Hamilton. We got Parasini. You know, we got Skylar Carnes in here, I think, still. I don't know if he's left or not. Oh, he is still in here. He's currently 5th on the timing stand. But yeah, those are guys that we're used to seeing. But some guys that we're not used to seeing is Alan. Hopefully, I don't say this wrong. Kunman. He is currently P1 with a 29.9. That's 0.2 off the fastest time in practice times here. We've got he's a guy who's new here from a different league that was running Tuesdays with 87s and kind of merged with our 87 series on Tuesday. We've got Kobe Sutphin. I believe he has won an NTRL before, and he was competing last year intermittently. He's very highly rated by the likes of Skylar Carnes. We have Davey Hendricks, another person very highly rated by Skylar Carnes and Tyler Merritt. And then, you know, we've got Brandon Robinson. He is our broadcaster from last year for Xfinity, kind of taking I'll call it a reverse Jeff Gordon, and getting out of the booth and getting in a car in his 56 Toyota Supra. And yeah, I mean, we've got a 22 car field here tonight. A lot of people are indifferent to Darlington, so they might either be thinking, "Oh, I'm just gonna not do this," or they might not feel like, they're gonna make it to the end of the race, because this track is definitely hard and it will kick your butt if you're not ready for it.
Yes, it is definitely a brow beater, to put it in terms we can throw through here. It'll wear your elbows out, your arms, and everything else. Definitely wear your brain out. I think this may be a introduction to drifting for a lot of people, because the car just doesn't want to go straight. It's bumpy and old and slick, and it's no grip. Cooler weather, generally you'd think, oh, that'll help. They'll stick better. Not really with Darlington. I mean, Darlington is just kind of its own monster. It just doesn't like anybody at any given time. So it just kind of makes people pay no matter what.
Yeah, Darlington kind of feels like it's got the Atlanta tire wear, and it's got kind of like the Dover wall where it'll kind of sneak up to you on the outside, except it's whatever the product of those two were, it kind of got dropped down the stairs a little bit. It's kind of a little bit misshapen, but it's definitely got a lot of character, and you got two very different corners here, and it's very hard to pass here. It's like, I can't think of a track that's 1.3 miles long and is this hard to pass on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's ample opportunities to smack the wall when you're trying to pass somebody, instead of actually being able to pass somebody. We're going to switch over here, and we're going to get the official grid up, and to probably nobody's surprise, Skylar Carnes puts it on the pole. The 2974 on the outside of him will be Eliana Hamilton, who that's just getting into second season here. Alan Kundeman. We got Justin Malarkey, Kobe Sutphin, John Cradler, Johnny Brugg, and there's Matt, got the blinks already. Michael Redding, Terry Brooks, and Matt Piercini is rounding out the top 10. We're going to scroll up here a little bit. Move these guys, got Davey Hendricks, got myself lost. Then Jason Benson with the Marshmallow Machine, but he's got Piedmont here, so I can't call him Sticky Fingers, but I'll probably call him Sticky Fingers. We got Scott Kelly starting here in the lucky 13th position. Al Corey, you'll hear me call him Rafter constantly because it's just force of habit, starting 14th. Nodge, the guy with all the fans, John Crutchley, he's starting 15th. Alan Dixon, an OG to the league, starting 16th. Gary Sargent, who is, of course, the guy that all of us race for. He is the main man of this whole shindig, the NTRL, outside of Brandon Robinson, who's got faded right there, and that was season 21 broadcast. Will Jester and James Lawson sitting behind them. Oliver Turan, who's got his own stream going, I'm sure, with Marshall Harris starting shotgun on the field.
Yeah, something to note here while they're rolling off is you're going to watch them come through this this first corner here. It is not friendly to too wide. Lower speeds on the restart, so it's more sustainable to kind of, running too wide through the first corner. But, I mean, when we start getting going, I mean, it is a corner where you really, really, really need to just either give up the position or, take the position and hope the other person gives it to you, because it is treacherous. Even if you and that person are communicating with each other, you need to just be very, very careful to the corner, and especially if you're side by side.
Yeah, the old NASCAR, which but never really a rule per se, but the old NASCAR, it used to be, you kind of got that run and you give it up to the guy that had the run on you going in, and that way you weren't side by side in the corners. And that's just some old school philosophy that just has kind of died over the years. Come up out of the fourth quarter for lap 1 of 145 tonight. No Toad Racing League Xfinity Series, brought to you by Matt Piercini. The No Toad throwback. Green flag is out. We go on green, and there goes Skylar. He's going to do his best impression of "he gone." He is going to just leave him in the dust out of turn. Oh, Skylar goes all Tokyo drift and goes again. Oh, the 23 is around.
Yeah, 23 has stayed off the racing surface, so he is not going to warrant a caution here.
That Skylar taking off. The level of driver that Skylar is to go tearing off into turn 1 and bring it out like that. That was kind of wild. We're gonna jump back here. We'll get a quick look at Terry Brooks and see what he had going on.
Oh, Parasini in the back.
There. Let's jump up here to Piercini as our first caution goes.
That's...
Oh.
Yeah, Matt's been having internet issues, and that was just internet issues if I've ever seen it. That's just very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, he disappeared. Oh, wow. Wow, yeah, that, yeah, that isn't gonna, it's not gonna work out real well.
Ah, man, that's unfortunate. Nodge Just saw him in the last minute and kind of cut down and got some left front damage. Hopefully Naj can come down the pit road here and kind of get that damage fixed and kind of get back in the running here.
Yeah, that's man. And this is Darlington. A lot of things happen. A lot of kind of bad things happen just right over the top of each other, and they just pile up really quick. So yeah, I mean it's really sucks when you're looking at lap 3 or lap 4 and you're wanting to come in and you burn a fast repair. So hopefully that Notch gets in there and it's not too much. Just let the virtual crew get on it, and they'll just fix it up for him and let him go back out, because I mean he's gonna need it. I mean this is one of the places you're gonna hit the wall or you're gonna bump into somebody else. I mean now's not the time to have to burn that fast repair.
Yeah, that damage was not significant enough to warrant a fast repair, I don't think. One thing, though, I do want to bring up here is the fuel window. It looks like the fuel window is going to be somewhere between 40 and 45 laps, so I definitely think you're going to have to make 3 pit stops here. If you come down now, I don't think that's going to put you in a window to stop it, but I think you might see some people come down and top off to kind of extend that first run, or I don't think you're going to see anybody take tires here. I think, we only ran 5 laps, and you're just going to put yourself in a extreme hole here. But yeah, we're double filed up for the restart. Skylar Carnes, our pole sitter, had that little slide through turn 2. He's currently sitting P7. So, yeah, we're going to have a restart here with NTRL rookie Alan Kunman on the inside here as a control car, with Ileana Hamilton on the outside.
All right, and we are going to be rolling back in here.
That is a sweet throwback by Alan Kunman there.
We've got Matt in the booth with us. That internet hamster tripped again, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and I am not happy.
Yeah, that's a tough race to go out of, the one that you're sponsoring. Oh,
Ileana Hamilton just spun his tires and just smacked the inside wall, or outside wall, sorry, on the start there. Kobe Stutfin backs off to kind of let the field by, and we're stacking up a little bit through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think we were trying to work on 4 wide there for a split second. Get worked back down in here, and we'll keep a little wider eye on things, because yeah, we've got everybody everywhere right at the moment. We have a real low line there out of 4. The camera's primarily focusing on Raptors. Some unbeknownst reason. Other than that, just a good looking car. We got everybody kind of stringing back out though. Jump up here and take a look at the leader. This is a new one here, Alan Kunman. He's got a Tires Pro, and they got a special deal tonight because him and James Lawson both have the same paint scheme. So there's 2 of them out here swooshing around the track.
Yeah, we got a white numbered 8, and then we have a black numbered 66. But yeah, we're already seeing some people coming off of these corners, and they're loose. They are just wiggling all over the place. You got to hope that, you can kind of figure that out and kind of keep your tires happy underneath you, so you're not burning up your tires here early with only 3 sets.
Well, Matt, I know that there wasn't a ton of time for you, but what did you learn anything out there? I mean, is cooler track temps that help it at all? I mean, or still just normal Darlington? Caution again.
Alan Dixon, and James Lawson gets caught up in it, and Douglas Kelly as well.
Let's see if we can find a replay on that one. We were just a little early on that. We'll do the no here. We're gonna switch over to him. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like Alan Dixon was being let by Al Corey, and Dixon went in the corner, hit the wall, and Al had already committed to the corner, and they made contact, and Douglas Kelly got caught up in it.
Yeah, well, that's a no bueno. So we've run 10 laps and 5 of those under caution. So this is Darlington, everyone. This is just how the lady in black treats everybody. Yeah, trying to get back on here. Matt, what how was the track tonight?
It's pretty good. I found in practice, at least, that I was able to run relatively consistent lap times and was able to conserve my tires really well. It definitely, I found, was a tick more free off than it had been on Wednesday when we ran the practice race. So probably going to see the guys wagging the tail a little more off the corner. Yeah, it's going to be a great race. Just wish I was still in it.
Yeah, and I double checked. None of these guys took tires. I think that's a very smart call with Darlington. You don't want to get set off from the start with a tire disadvantage and find yourself in a big hole that you need to dig yourself out of.
Yeah, the tire wear actually tonight's been really not that bad. So if you're good at conserving your tires, yeah, this would be way too early to take a set of tires at this point.
Not even a high wear track. I mean, this is, I mean, really seriously, I think we've only run 5, maybe 6 of the laps under green. So I mean, yeah, that would be not quite suicidal, but for the racing world of it, just about to kill off a set of tires that fast.
Yeah, and I don't think we're in a position currently, even with Gary pitting here. I don't think you're going to be able to cut out a stop gear. I think it's still a 3-stop race here to the end, even if you fill up.
Yeah, right now when I was in practice, it is basically 40 to 41 laps on a tank of fuel. So when you're looking at 145 laps, it's going to be basically 3-stop race at this point.
Yeah, I don't think damage here is going to be too crucial because you get it at some of the short tracks and you're able to run fine as long as you're not running without a fender. You're not going to notice much of a performance issue. So I think as long as you come down and you've only got a couple crumpled up fenders, you just come down and kind of do your optional repairs. You should be good to go.
Well, and how optional is optional?
Well, that's a matter of opinion because really, like when you're talking about optional damage, I usually find a good rule of thumb with the Xfinity car is that anything over a minute of optional damage, pretty much you should be using your fast repair. If you got under a minute, usually the car will be okay. But here at Darlington, you don't want to. The big problem here is turn 2, and if you plow the wall off too hard enough, you can actually knock the tow out of the car, and then that makes your night miserable.
All right, coming to the restart here. Alan Kunman back on the point.
Bring everybody down 2x2, and this is well, that looked like go on the leader. It looked like he was ahead just a little before my light turned green above the monitor here, but
yep, we're go on leader now this season for restarts.
Oh, okay. So go on original start, go on leader pass. I know we've been testing that with ARCA, and it's weird doing ARCA so much that they kind of get used to those rules.
Oh, Oliver Turin.
Ollie, go back around.
Oh, they saved it. Kobe Sutphin kind of ran up high off of.
We can come back up to the front. There we go. The cameras are really just struggling tonight with SDK for some reason. Back up to the front, we've got Johnny Brugg working Eliana Hamilton for second. And it doesn't want to show that. Working / gonna take it. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, Ollie ended up getting in contact with Marshall Harris. Harris hit the wall, came down, and basically right reared Ollie, and that's what happened to him on that one.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. You know, it's only like contact. If nobody kind of stopped on a straightaway, or nobody spun out, so no caution. So that's going to be real costly there for Oliver, because that was a heavy hit.
Yeah, and that's only going to exacerbate the problems in this place. Getting behind, I mean, it's next to impossible to make up time around here. It's not like the rest of the 22 car field is going to actually just slow down for you. The top 5 here, we've got the battle box up. They're within a second here of Allen. Skyler and Brugg are doing what you would normally expect, just sitting right on top of each other. Hamilton's about a half second back from them, and Justin Malarkey is about 8/10 back. So you got a roughly 1 second spread there, really, between first and fifth.
I'd like to bring up that our sponsor for today's race is Mr. Matthew Parasini himself. So if you wanted to give a word about tonight's Throwback 197, I think.
Well, I don't know exactly what it is, what the distance is. We're just calling it the no-toe throwback. Usually every season the league does a throwback race, and I had inquired to the Gary about sponsoring this race and doing it as the throwback race. So that's why it's called the no-toe throwback, and was really looking forward to racing in it. But it's nice to see that a lot of guys brought their throwback schemes out tonight. Really good to see. I'm really happy.
If you get rid of the 24 car, do you have a favorite in the field?
Definitely, by far, Will Jester's throwback. His throwback, I thought, was just awesome.
It's a.
Yeah, it's the throwback to the Born on Dale Jr. scheme from, I think it's 05. It's pretty cool looking car.
Yeah, some DEI goodness. Those they did have some good looking cars.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite Dale Jr. schemes that he ever run, was that one. I believe that's the one from the Daytona 500, I believe.
Yeah, that does sound right. I think you may be right on that.
We got Skyler Carnes in second. He's getting really close here to Alan Kunman. He's repping a Ty Gibbs throwback. I'm gonna keep calling it.
Well, and see, for those of us old enough to get the reference, this was a Bobby Labonte paint scheme that he, I believe, only won once with. I think that may have been the first year with Joe Gibbs when they ran that scheme. Somewhere buried in the box somewhere, I bet I saw a hat with those markings on it.
Yeah, Skyler's a huge Bobby Labonte fan, so it's cool to see him running that paint scheme. I know that Ty Gibbs ran that throwback this year, so we just like giving him a hard time about it because he's a huge Ty Gibbs fan.
Oh, everybody. I think everybody's a huge Ty Gibbs fan. But Darlington, that's the coolest thing with it. They took the fact that they're just, kind of old and kind of out of the way there. They just ran with it. They're like, you know what? Let's just pretend that we're still back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Just
Skyler's looking low here for the lead, coming off of 4 there. So we'll see what happens going into 1 and 2.
He's gonna get the dreaded not enough room to make this move.
Yeah, you have to be really alongside that person entering the corner, and I think it's a game of cooperation entering the corner. The guy who's ahead really doesn't need to back off to let that person by, but there's kind of a time and a place to battle somebody. But yeah, he wasn't close enough to kind of make a move into that corner. But yeah, you.
No. Yeah, you're right, Kyle. I mean, the big thing is at this track is that trying to set somebody up for a pass, you really have to set them up in 1 and 2 and complete the pass in 3 and 4, because it just gets way too narrow off 2 to try to make that pass 2 by 2.
Look at Kobe Suffin smack the wall coming off of 2.
And that is something that we're going to miss a lot of, because just like snowflakes in a snowstorm, that's going to be falling left and right. Paint is going to be stuck all over the wall here for the foreseeable future. Skyler is just doing everything he can, trying to get up there. The only thing he hasn't done so far is stand up like that little gopher, little Alan.
Ileana just got the wall hard in 3 and 4 there, right in front of Kobe. He smacked it pretty good, so he's banged up now.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna need one of them rubber things to open up that mayonnaise. It's all wadded up on the side.
Looks like there is some contact between the 8 of Alan Kunman and Skylar Carnes. Yeah, Skylar made a move into the corner, and he just washed up a little bit, and Alan was coming down.
Oh! Wow! We've got a battle, boys. We've got, that is Johnny Rocket now in the lead, with Alan running second and Skylar third. And then Justin Malarkey, they're in fourth, and there for just a split second. Those guys were all close enough we could have just thrown them under a blanket.
Yeah, there's a little bit of miscommunication.
There's some temper. There's some tempers going on right now, boys.
The way the 8 is dancing around, I would absolutely say he is swatting at flies on that wheel.
Looking low here on Johnny in the 8 car again. It's going to get tight.
Just touch.
And they hit again.
I don't know if Alan knows these guys, but I mean, realistically, Johnny and Skyler are the 2 that you could probably get away with this the most, but on the other hand, those are the 2 you want to do it to the least.
Johnny just got the wall off too. These 2 guys will put up with it once, and they'll give you a free pass, but I would say Alan might have just made his race a lot more difficult for him if these 2 get back to him.
You notice the old Skittles car has now made his way up. Davey Hendricks is wandering to the front of the field. He's up 7 positions. And actually, Brandon Robinson is also up 7 positions right at the moment. Marshall Harris crashed is what my handy-dandy scoring is showing me, but we do not have a caution. Oh, he is slow on the inside and does not have an nose. So we'll let these guys...
He may not be under power. We may end up getting a caution here.
Flip over here real quick. Oh, he is rolling. So we'll jump back over here. We got Skyler pressing the issue with the 8 again of Alan Kunman. So I guess, you know, if nothing else, Skyler's not going to take it easy on a no-toed rookie. He's just going to say, hey, welcome to the NTRL.
Nope. And here we go. Battle for the lead. Skyler goes low going into 3 and easily takes it.
Maybe we had a little more give and take that time.
Yeah, this track is not a great track for you to be battling this hard that early.
No, absolutely not. Watch back on the Kunman mobile, and we getting close up to the tail end of Skyler's car as you can without touching him.
Davey Hendricks is looking low here inside of Johnny for 3rd, so looks like Johnny's letting him and Malarkey go.
Yep, and yeah, it's, you know, there's 111 laps left. It's way too early to be pushing the issue, and Johnny knows that. Plus, he's already slapped the wall once. He probably doesn't know what kind of damage he may have. So, yep, back out of it and let somebody else have a run and just kind of hang out and lurk in the top 5. There's nothing wrong with that. right, so if everybody's gonna play nice for a second, we'll jump back here and see what happened to Marshall Harris. Here he is, running off into one. Of course, he's got some damage there already. Gonna head up and, well, man, that wasn't a bad entry at all. Caught the flat a little. And, oh, yep, done that 20,000 times. Caught the wall out of 2, and that was curtains. And now as we do that, we've got the Dodge showing that he has crashed, so we'll jump over and see what the Mountain Dew ride did. Oh, this is going to be can-on-can violence. Mellow yellow car following the Mountain Dew, following the Budweiser. We've got a drink battle here. We got Notch come up on the high side, working the 74. Oh, same thing. Caught the wall. Wow, that is literally the same wreck twice with 2 different cars. That outside wall jumped out and grabbed people.
And that happens so easy at this racetrack. People have no idea how quick that turn 2 wall comes out at you.
Yeah, it jumps out, yells boo, and there was the crashing sound again of somebody else taking it.
Yeah, turn.
Good call.
Sorry, turn 2 is just very neat to an exercise of patience. You need to really just kind of tell yourself, okay, wait. Okay, you can go now. Because you think you can start going, and then you get in the throttle, and then it's too early, and then you're trying to hit the brakes so you don't hit the wall coming off of turn 2. It's just, it is a hard corner.
Marshall Harris just wrecked again on the front straightaway, right in front of the 31 car.
Well, it looks like he's used a fast repair and has got going again. But yeah, it's a hard life running around Darlington. It's just hard. Davey Hendricks has worked his way up to second. He is up 9 positions. Eliana Hamilton had some early issues there. Sitting 9th, is actually down 7 from the beginning of the race. Some other big jumpers, the 56, Brandon Robinson, who is apparently not very good, is gained 6. Terry Brooks is showing that he is down 5 from his beginning. Oliver's worked his way back up, gained 5 spots overall, and we're not going to talk about Matt. He knows what's going on there. That's all we need to do. So how many laps of fuel have we saved into those cautions? Because James.
Oh, wow.
Oh. I bet James probably driving barefoot. That's what caused that.
Oh, it's so easy to do at this racetrack off too. It's unbelievable. It looks so easy, but it's so easy to do. And I see Davey Hendricks has got around Alan there for second, so kudos to him. And then Alan just got the wall.
Yeah, it is. This is one of the tracks that this trying to keep cameras on stuff here is. I honestly think it's easier to do at Talladega or Daytona. It just everybody is hitting something constantly, and track map up in the upper right-hand corner for everybody. What we will do is we'll see that that must be Michael Redding is on pit road. See him at the bottom of the screen. The top right, you'll see the car numbers when they are kind of translucent like they are. Wow, Matt, you're even blinking on that. The 24, 31 are sitting there. That just shows they're on pit road. Give you how we're looking at that. And the car with the green ring around it right now is the 08. That is just who the camera's focused on, so you can see where other people are in relation to that car. We'll run Skyler being the leader here. We'll watch him versus everybody else. So Will Jester in the 74 and Ollie Turan in the 002. And then that's the 31 of Michael Redding, or the next victims to go a lap down. Get to watch. Jump back a notch here. I'm gonna go to Alan Dixon. We're gonna switch here on the crawler. We're gonna switch this over. We are gonna do.
Oh, James Lawson hit the wall again. Right in front of Kobe Suffin. I think Kobe Suffin just sideswiped him, too.
We got Carnes. Oh, well, no, he hasn't. I was thinking Dixon maybe had stopped and maybe had fresh tires, so it looked like he was making way on Skyler, but he is not. Let's switch over and look at some lap times there and kind of see who was running what. So, we have got takers on pit road, and we have got a lot of them. We've got Kundeman, we've got Brooks, we've got James Lawson, we've got Kreidler, we've got Hamilton. Looks like Kundeman is rolling off. Hamilton's coming in now.
Yeah, pit road here is very, very difficult. There's, you can have multiple different ways that you can. Oh, we have a wreck on the backstretch. Oh, Alan Kunman gets involved with Douglas Kelly.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
Alan Kunman just towed. I think he blew his engine.
Right at 100 laps to go. So here is the Scott Kelly car, and we'll try and see what we get here. He's just up running high. He's going to come up here. Oh, the turn 2 wall. Oh, man, Nodge come in all Miley Cyrus like a wrecking ball. The 8 come in and said, give me some of that. Finish him off. Yeah, the 8 is not moving. Oh, man. That is just...
That is totally a case of wrong place at wrong time.
Yep. So this is Kunman. We're just going to ride along with him. We'll just watch this all develop just right off of him. He's making with the quickness, getting her off pit road, trying to slap that cone. Missed it. That's all right. And then boom. 34 and oh man, yeah. Yep, there went the motor. Yep, pop the engine. Man, that is... Ow. What a wild swing from running for the lead to, I mean, honestly, you're going to have a couple minutes worth of tow. I mean, he's going to be spending the rest of the night just trying to get back on the lead lap. That is a massive, massive hit to him.
Actual fact, Kunman has parked it and called it a night.
I actually want to give him an attaboy for a decision he made in that moment. I don't think it's a thing to look at in hindsight. He had a choice. He could have just immediately swerved, just been hyper focused on what was in front of him, and swerved in front of I think the who was that in front of him? There's a car on the outside of him that he could have swerved into, and it was Gary, but he didn't, and that decision to not swerve into Gary just took him out of the race.
Yeah, it sacrificed himself to save others. That's a Spider-Man sort of move right there.
Well, that would have been a very difficult part of the track, though, to even make a sudden move like that, because that apron is so slippery that if he would have made it jerk the wheel, he probably would have lost it anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I mean, that's going through the. Man, I don't know.
It was just bad luck.
Oh yeah.
It was just bad luck, bad timing, and that's the big thing. And I hate it for him because he had a good car. He was running real well tonight. So hopefully we'll see him back next week.
Yeah, we definitely knew he was here. I mean, he was up front and running up with the leaders. Walking in here being a new guy. I mean, that's kind of an odd spot of walking in, to a new league first race and then just walking in with, hey, I can run up front with you guys. I mean, that's a tough deal to do.
Yeah, he was running up front in the 87 series at Richmond. He ended up winning that race. So, yeah, he's not a stranger to running up front.
Well, all right. And then, so Scott Kelly had 2 minutes and 36 seconds of damage. That'd be a nice long stop for him. I'm sure he enjoyed sitting there for that. We'll get racked back up. We're going to go back green with probably 95 laps to go. We should go back probably right at lap 50. Davey Hendricks is up front. He is up 10. Faded, the broadcaster extraordinaire, is up 13, sitting in 5th. Ollie, I mean, something about broadcasters. It doesn't work. I mean, well, you know what? You two are pretty good. I'm not, so maybe I'm not a broadcaster now. I don't know how that works. Anyway, Oliver's up 15 spots since the beginning of the race. Sargent's up 7. We got Jester is up 8. And where there are big gainers, there are bigger not gainers. Eliana is down a dozen. Kahneman, of course, not being on the track, is dropped 16. He had started 3rd. Looks like lights are off on the pace car, boys.
Yeah, they are. We actually had quite a few cars take the wave around there to get back on the lead lap because they had pitted before the caution came out.
So interesting to note here, we're going to have 95 laps to go. That is not a one-stop race. That is a two-stop race, but it is. You can choose at what point you want to come down. You can either undercut somebody or you can try to overcut somebody. Do you have a preference on that, Parasini?
It's going to be tough to say because it's all going to depend on what the tire fall off is. So there we go, about to go back to green. Davey Hendricks on the inside's got control car. And he's going. We are back to green. Oh, Malarkey spun the tires on the outside bad.
Yeah, Brandon Robinson as well spun the tires, as well as Kobe Sutphin. So we've got a very spread out restart.
Extremely. The 14th place car is 6 seconds behind the leader.
Wow.
Oh boy, that got big in a hurry. So yeah, just looking here on the tower, just from 1st to 10th is a 5.7 second disparity there to back to Jester in 10th. So, yeah, that's that might be something we end up looking at, but then again, I mean, it kind of is what it is. We can watch the exit of the corner at the top of the screen here on this camera shot, and you'll see, especially as cars are next to each other, you'll see them kind of, I always call it the whoops-a-daisy. They kind of whoop out towards the wall, and you get that slap, the one that Nodge and on the 14 car. Now I forgot who was in there. Marshall Harris, I think, that they both reached up and done almost the exact same wrecks. That wall just shoots you straight to that inside wall when you touch it.
We've got a Mellow Harris in the YouTube chat. I think that might be the Harris you were just talking about, saying, "I just hate this track."
I suspect that's him.
Absolutely do not at all disagree with that. I mean,
see, and I'm polar opposite. I love this track. That's what makes it so painful that I can't race tonight, because I love this racetrack.
Well, if that's the kind of luck you had at it, and you come out of there going, "I hate it," you know what? I'm good with that. I'm not super great by any stretch of the imagination. The other night was just kind of using the track, and Kyle sadly sped me up about 0.7 of a second. So I mean, it got to where I could at least see cars on the track for a while. So, but yeah, no, I don't necessarily hate it, but it is way up the list of hard tracks.
You're not going to mention the throwbacks we had?
Well, I thought maybe that'd be yours. You know, if I had a picture of them, I could probably throw them up on the broadcast. And I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you guys had some great throwbacks there on Friday night. So.
Yeah, I was throwing back to the 1995 Michigan race where Lake Speed, according to Michael Waltrip, was a big dumb idiot wearing some gargoyles, and he went over and he threw a haymaker in the window.
As any good haymaker would be, thrown in the window is best.
So I was Michael Waltrip, and Cooper was the punching bag.
Yeah, dubbed Lack Speed.
That too.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's true. But you know, race of attrition. I pulled in a 5th just because I made most of the laps. I actually stopped and watched Kyle battle for the win of that, and still held my 5th. And I don't think I ran the last 10 laps. It was a rough deal. There's Sarge underneath Ollie, and the camera decided it wouldn't watch that. There we go. Get on a tighter shot of these guys. And Ollie, oh, no. Ollie's going to lose another spot to Faded. He's got Rafter sweating him. Ollie is going to drop back down underneath Faded.
Benson! Benson just got spun and he just got stuck in the wall on the backstretch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
I've done that one in practice too. We're getting a look. Got a little wobble.
Oh, we got some help on this one.
I was going to say, it looks like the 31 is going to come up here with the assist. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 31 came up just a tiny bit, but Benson was a little bit off the wall, so I just chalked that up to a racing incident there.
Oh, that was totally a racing incident. They just ended up going for the same piece of real estate.
Now it's
and not even maliciously, just kind of floating.
Yeah, Benson is now racing to the infield care center so he can get cleared to pull out a backup car and tool around a few laps down. We got Ileana is going to be working up here to Rafter. Or it certainly looked like we was making that move. Going to be a battle for 9th. Rafter has it. Hamilton wants it. You know what? I don't think Rafter's giving this one up. It looks like he's holding just enough. Let's watch here the time between Alacory there. Just holding right about a quarter of a second.
I do have to say, we do have some interesting strategy here on the cards. You can kind of go long here and kind of hope and pray for caution to where you can pit and trap a bunch of people a lap down, or maybe gain track position on the cycle. Or you can kind of pit early, kind of get that undercut, and then just go like hell and gain a bunch of spots by the time your next pit stop. It's just the strategy here is wide open enough. Since we're not going to be able to make it on that one stop, you have to make 2 stops. But it's close enough on one stop where you can just pit either for tires or you can lengthen out that stint, like I said, or do the undercut. It's just completely wide open.
And of the last pit stop cycle, Redding has got 22, so he's got about 7 laps further into this run than everybody else does. Everybody else just hit on to lap 15. Sarge come back down topped off, so he's showing lap 14. But everybody's pretty well in the same boat right now, so anything they want to do to change that is totally up to them.
Got a great battle here between Alan Dixon, Oliver Turan, Al Corey, and Eliana Hamilton right now. They are going back and forth.
Yeah, we've been watching on here, trying to not necessarily will these two in, but man, Rafter really gets a huge run through the middle of 1 and 2. I'm old. I keep wanting to call that 3 and 4. I'm still used to it being backwards for some reason. But I mean, Rafter just.
Oh, he's just off the wall.
Oh God, he got Rafter. Rafter's dead. Oh my God! What was that?
That was a wreck.
That was
That
awesome.
was a helicopter.
Wow, you guys tuned into a WWE broadcast. That was awesome. I want to watch this one from the cockpit, so let's see how this
Man, we need a
looks.
clip of Parasini screaming, "Al's dead." I want that.
That was Cooper.
Yeah. All right, let's go back in here. The moment of contact. Oh, man. Oh, he was so close to making it. Oh, my God. Give me the Dramamine. Good God, that was terrible. I'm not even kidding you guys. That makes my hands, sweaty. I can't deal with that much moving. Whew. Oh, man. Rafter is now driving a super modified. No front end. The back end's gone. It's smoking. That looks a lot like my first car that I bought when I was in high school. Except it didn't have any graphics on the side of it. Well, for everybody tuning in, if you saw nothing else and hate the rest of the broadcast, you got to see a sweet wreck live the first time because we happened to have him on the camera when it happened. That
So
was
do we have
unreal.
strategy here? Do we have strategy, or is that just waiver rounds?
Judging from the map, that is some strategy.
Oh, we almost had a wreck under caution there. John Kreidler was trying to speed up to the pack here, and he almost rear-ended Nodge. Locked it up and didn't do it, but man, that was close.
I've done that one a few times. So yeah, running order has gone all over the place. So Michael Redding is now our leader with the 31 car, and Oliver Tran is sitting there in second after his near-death experience. Kreidler is showing third, Jester fourth. Skyler's worked his way back up front to, well, it's just showing him sixth the way they're rolling, but oh, there goes a whole lot of them in pit road. Thought was pit road not open the last time by?
No, it was. I'm wondering if maybe Michael Redding was pitting for some fuel mileage, maybe? I don't think it's that close. I think now we're in the window to make it on one stop.
Well, they had stopped at 44, right? Let's pop up the pit stop lap. We'll get rid of the map. Okay, so the first round was at 46. I mean, by and large, is the group. Lap 46 when most of them came up. So, yeah, I mean, you may be right.
Well, we're going to be close here to make it on a one-stop on fuel. I'm wondering if there's going to be some people coming down to top off a little bit here.
Well, yeah, this is telling me that 145, you know, we're coming around to lap 68, so that's telling me that's 77 laps. So, I mean, yeah, if we can do 44, absolutely, that's a one-stop race from here in my book.
Yeah, it puts you in the window. You'd be, yeah. So it'd be a one-stop to the end if we went green to the end.
Yeah.
But you need to be careful on tires here because you can't be caught out on a caution and somebody have fresher tires because that's just going to be a death sentence.
So, and we go back to none of the fancy things we have allows me to look and see who took tires. We can go off of pit time, but doesn't tell us a ton. Hendricks was a 52.9. Carnes Brugg was 16.68. So I mean,
Benson's taken a wave around to try to get one of his 2 laps back. So
Davey Hendricks did not take tires on that pit stop.
oh, that's going to be interesting.
Or maybe he did. Sorry, I'm getting some sort of glitch where he's not showing the left or right side of the car being jacked up.
definitely be a bold strategy.
I think you're still going to have to save a little bit here just to make sure. You know, if it was me, I'd probably be saving for about the first 5 or 6 laps of this run just to give me that insurance policy for the green-white checker so that I could make it on the one stop.
Well, I think you're right, and it's probably a pretty safe bet that we're going to. Davey, speaking of going to, that pace car got out of his way, and he's like, I'm gone. Skyler says, not so fast, bucko. They roll off into 1 and 2.
Oh, Skyler in the wall. On the fuel there, we're if you do like an even split here at the end, it's 38 laps. I think that's more than doable here. I know you talk about green-white checkered, but I think even if you get a caution late, Skyler goes in deep. You're gonna come down and you're gonna get fuel. So I think you're doing a one-stop here. I think that's the strategy. I don't think anybody's gonna be super close on fuel. Unless you mismanage your fuel and you're not paying attention.
Well, that's a possibility. I mean, you know, if you're using that throttle pedal quite a bit, especially in 1 and 2, you can burn more fuel than you think.
Well, and Darlington is a kind of easy place to save fuel. I mean, you can roll out of it and coast a little instead of going in hard and then using as much brake. But, I mean...
We got a car backwards in the back. That's Naj.
Well, that's kind of what I was looking at, judging from what we've got. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of everybody passing everybody. Check back up here on the front. We've got a little bit of a battle going again here. We've got Sarge, we've got Faded, we've got Kobe. They're all, oh, Sarge is in the wall. That's, you know, that's just a normal thing. The 97's here. Corey, Al Corey's with them. We got, oh man,
Oh,
there they
no.
go. Oh my God, that was synchronized wrecking. Oh,
Oh,
man. Like,
Break,
OG.
break, break,
Oh, Benson, good Lord. What was that?
The big one at Darlington.
No lie. And Sarge, Dixon, Rafter, all like OGs of the league. So they'll settle this like men with handlebar mustaches and old school fisticuffs out behind the barber shop. Boy, okay, well let's look at a couple of replays here. We'll get on with Sarge first. He touches the wall.
So looking at this whole thing started with Kobe Sutton getting in the wall off of 2, and then it was the literal backup freight train.
Skyler Carnes on pit road.
And how we just kept ARCA braking. I mean, wow.
Yep, that was the classic stack up. Absolutely.
That just... And once again, I point the camera at Rafter, and he dies immediately. And so, I mean, you know what, Rafter, I'm sorry. I obviously am your jinx, because... Oof, man. That is just... Alright, let's see what we get here with Val and Dixon. Here. You can see how far back these guys are. Reckon. Brakes. Oh, man. Decimated the whole front end. And then Benson says, you know, hey guys, wait for me. Take a look. Let's see where's Naj. Okay, Naj is behind him. So he might be the one who really want to see what's going on. Alright, he's on the brakes. Yeah, just nowhere to go. Naj went to the inside to miss him. Okay, so that all makes sense there. Yeah, Jesus. I mean, on one hand, yeah, if you try and turn, you're probably going to wreck anyway, but boy, that sucked.
It was just a stack up. That's literally what happened. The 10 car got into the wall in front of all those guys. Malarkey got on the brakes, and it was a classic stack up, because the one thing is about this track coming off of turn 2, you are carrying so much momentum coming off that corner. It is just about impossible to stop.
Well, and I think we just proved it's impossible to stop. So we are down to 70 to go, and we're down a few cars.
Yeah, Al Corey's night is over.
Yeah, I can't say that I blame him. That is... Jeez. Wow. Man, wow. Just wow. Unreal. So, judging by my count here, we've got a dozen cars on the lead lap. Let's flip that back over here. So, there's your top 10, and then Faded and Sarge are the two that are not showing up on that are still lead lap. We've got some damaged vehicles out there, that's absolutely for sure. And, man, that was pretty wild, but the lights are out on the pace car, so this is going to be go on leader here when we get down the back straightaway. We will jump on. Jump on the back end here.
One of the things I'm going to keep an eye on here is if we get a late race caution here, and we've got some people that, where the tires run out. So, sorry. If we get a caution late and we have some people that are a couple laps down, and they get a caution to put tires on, it'd be interesting to see who comes flying up through the field late in the run.
And there we are, green. There goes Davey. And man, the outside line got another terrible restart.
Yes, it did. Up and away.
You do not want to be on the outside today on that restart. Man alive, that's like 3 restarts in a row where the outside line is just not gone.
Yeah, we had the 23 smack the wall in the background.
Yeah, we got Skyler working on the left front corner of Ollie with his right rear quarter. And boy, that from that angle for a second. Redding. Oh, well, who all is that? Malarkey and Faded. Sure looked like they were trying to
Ollie
wide.
in the wall.
Oh, Liliana just got the wall hard off too.
Gotta bounce off. Is it gonna keep going? So far, so good. You never know when that slap of the wall is going to be the last one the car will take. The strange thing, going on the No Toad Racing League, the wrecks here are a surprise because generally there's a lot of give and take, and everybody's pretty good and chill with each other. So
Yeah, we got Will Jester in the wall in the back.
oh yep, he's part of our little race de trois here. Oh well, it's gonna be a race de quattro now. Brooks gonna come up in there. He's a couple laps down, but he just wants to come out and play. They really,
Liliana. Back.
Malarkey did a awesome job keeping that thing from eating it into the inside wall there. That had all the looks of the I'm going to stick this into the wall so hard it ain't never going to move again.
Since Benson did that earlier, can we call that the sticky finger?
I think that was like a sticky face. Sticky face plant. That was not real sure what we had right there, but everything decided to try and shut down on me for a second. Let's not have that. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, if that was the Stay Puft Marshmallow machine, that absolutely would be the reason why that thing stuck to the wall. But as it is, I don't know what its deal was. So the dueling Remingtons here, the 28 and 31. And checking on Ileana. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty well squared away. Running there behind Kreidler. Still running fourth. All things considered, not doing too bad. Kind of weird there that Carnes is really kind of slow to catch anybody. He's just hanging out there a couple seconds back. And Hendricks just got out front, got him almost a half second over Johnny, and he's just hanging. High, wide, and handsome. I don't know what that is on his helmet. I don't know if those are like honeycombs or those are lemons. I'm pretty sure they're not lemons. They're some sort of crackers or something. But Davey's got something weird on his helmet. Here's Johnny. About 0.3 of a second back. And he's bringing Kreidler with him. So Matt, you were talking about setting somebody up, so that's pretty well what Johnny's going to need to do here. What's involved in setting somebody up to pass him like that? I mean, you don't have to give away all your secrets, but in general.
No, basically at this track, you're gonna go in and basically you want to try to catch the guy, and then it's like you want to get that good run going into turn 1, and then basically be on their rear bumper all the way through 1 and 2, and then coming off 2, that's when you want to make your move and hopefully get on the inside or outside, whatever you prefer, and then try to get them set up for that pass in 3 and 4.
To answer the question of what is on Davey Hendrick's helmet, it is a Dragon Ball Z helmet. So those are Dragon Balls.
That explains it. You could have gave me a million guesses and $10 million for getting that right, and I wouldn't have got that. So, all right, that explains it.
I think the damage to Ilyana is catching up with him, as in the last lap, both Skylar and Kobe just both went by him.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Redding is next in line.
And Redding's about to eat him up, too, so I think that damage is coming back to bite him now.
Well, that's going on in the foreground. Up there's another little tap of the wall. Sarge is making ways forward, so we've got synchronized Remington car passings. Odd color choice that they made back in those Remington days, the Hunter orange with the green like that. They probably should have camoed those cars. That'd have been more pleasing to my eye.
Oh, I like that. It's like a old like British racing green kind of deal, and then the orange complements it. It's like it's like a color square, or not color square. It's a color circle where you take one side of the circle and you draw a line through it, and you get your two colors that complement each other.
Well, I've seen a meme about complementary colors, but it is something I can't repeat on the broadcast because they're non-complementary colors said a lot of colorful phrases.
Yeah, we can just end it there. We can talk about what's on the track.
Got rug about a quarter of a second that dropped it down. I mean, he not quite full send, but it was most send.
And we just had another pass. Redding just got around Kobe there for, I believe it was 5th.
Yeah, he's up 5th.
He's, I think he's on fresher tires. Because the way he's just able to carry momentum, he's just, he looks like he's on fresh tires. He's going to look here on Skylar Carnes.
Jump back to him. Watch that. He is on the low side. Boy, that got real close. Yeah, he's definitely making his way to the front. New tires would probably be the easiest way to do that. But if they're only going to need one more stop, I mean, in theory,
if he's got fresher tires than everybody else, he should probably be gaining about 2 to 3 tenths a second probably on everybody.
Well, why wouldn't everybody else have changed? Are they trying to save one for a late race caution?
Well, you know what? I think it was just that the caution came out so soon. Like, they all came in, they pitted, and then it was like the caution came out right away. I know Redding did not take tires on the stop that everybody else did, and he come in and took tires on the last yellow. So even though it's not many laps, he still has fresher tires.
We got the modified of Jason Benson coming on the track here.
Yeah, that poor thing. You just almost hear the thing just screaming, just to park it because it doesn't want to be there.
You always got to respect it, though. I always find whenever you're in a league and you wreck out and you're doing points, just go out and do a couple laps and hopefully have some people make some misfortunes and you gain a couple positions late in the race.
Oh yeah. It's, I mean, I think most of us have probably been there. You just gotta beat up junk drawer parts bin car that you just are sitting there griping the whole time about why am I doing this to myself. But I mean, that's a couple points you may end up needing later.
And Michael Redding is definitely wheeling in these 3 in a hurry.
I think 5 laps is the tire difference there between them. Doesn't seem like a lot, but having those 5 laps, and then if he's just not pushing it too much, he can kind of keep himself from equalizing from them, and just kind of keep some grip left in those tires for this late part of the run. I think we should start seeing people pitting probably in 10 laps or so, or maybe even earlier. I say between the next 5 and 10 laps, we're going to see people pitting. So, yeah, interesting thing going on here with strategy. And then if a caution comes out, we're just going to throw everything out of the window, and we're going to have no idea what's going on. I believe everyone's taken 2 sets at this point. So if there's a caution and you don't pit for tires, goes 20 laps, and then there's a caution and you put on fresh tires, you're going to win this race. But if you don't, you're going to lose a lot of track position.
Yeah, for what Redding's got, I mean, almost looks like it's, 5, 7, 8 lap difference is really all you need. I was watching Kreidler there as Redding caught up to him. All of a sudden the impetus to get past that one car became, whoa, yeah, that's exactly what I was wondering. The 99 looked like he really got to pushing to try and get around Johnny Rocket and keep ahead of the 31 and maybe burn his stuff up a little bit. And 31 just dispatched with him with the quickness and is already on the 1 for third.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much Johnny here is going to fight it. This is kind of a sketchy passing zone here going into 1. If he's going to look here, this is going to be a send. No, he backs off and rolls in behind him. He needs to get a better run here off of 2 and try not to get underneath of him, but, just try to get the run so you can look under into turn 3.
Here we go. There's the setup. Yep.
He's inside in turn 3.
These two have a little bit of history as well. They do not like one another very much.
When Redding makes the pass, he's going to try and set sail and see if he can catch up with Davey Hendricks and put the...
Oh, he's in the wall.
Johnny cut him a little bit of a break there instead of trying to really hard drop the inside to pass him. He goes ahead and lets him gather it back up. I'm going to try and get around.
Johnny.
Oh, yep, he's on the flat.
Well, Johnny didn't have anywhere to go. I mean, he could only go so low there. Oh, as Kobe Sutphin kind of almost gets into Kreidler there. In that situation, I mean, he has nowhere to go. The 31s are trying to pull himself off the wall, so I don't think that there's much of a decision there or a break given. Just more of a situational awareness.
Cody just kind of came back out of nowhere and is now lurking in the top 5.
Well, once you guys get these guys start racing side by side, even with Redding catching them and stuff like that, that does slow them down, and that's all it takes. And the next thing you know, guys behind start catching up in a hurry.
Yeah, and if Michael Redding gets, he hit the wall there. We don't know how much damage he got from smacking the wall in 1 and 2, but he could have hurt his tires too, trying to pass everybody, and he might equalize here with Davey Hendricks. If Hendricks does a good job here of holding him off, he could find himself in a pretty position here.
He's kind of looking at Redding's car after he got in the fence. There might be a couple scratches, but it's not very much. I don't think it would hurt the car that bad. And Redding's basically there. He'll probably get Davey here in the next lap or 2. Kobe's looking inside of John. Oh, contact!
Yeah, that was close. That was an aggressive move by Kobe Sutphin. He was assuming he was clear on exit, just kind of coming up to the wall there. I was hoping he was clear.
And here we're getting some looks from the 31 for the lead from the 88. I mean, win, lose, or draw there. I mean, if he's got a set left.
Yep, 31's going to look on the inside. No, maybe he's going to sit here for this corner.
He's got a nose in it. He's got a nose in there.
Yeah,
he's at the quarter panel.
Oh, Davey looks like he's... Yep, he's clear there.
He got the momentum off the high side. 31's going to keep on him.
Yeah, Michael needs to just set the move up here. He needs to not try to get under him here, but he needs to just get a better run off.
That's a really good 1 and 2. Not quite there. He's probably just under him.
Yeah, Davies is doing a really, really good job of carrying momentum off. 31 needs to just do a better job coming off of turn 2. I think he's really focused on trying to get under him when he should just be focusing on getting the run.
Well, could he be too close to him out of the exit of 2? Or is there such a thing with Darlington?
I think you can be close to somebody and just kind of either run a little bit higher than them or, you know, something. I think the second that you're cutting your corner or you're kind of constricting your radius around the corner, you're going to be killed with momentum. As we see him here on the inside, he's going to be on the inside entering turn 1 here. This is going to be sketchy.
I honestly saw that as both of them drifting up into the wall.
Yeah, and there we go. Stas for the lead.
Kobe's gonna come up and he's gonna try and make a play for second, and then see if he can battle with the 31.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but very quietly, our fearless leader Sarge has made his way to the back bumper of Kreidler.
Yeah. Sarge is up 11 in 6th right at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing pit stops here. I think Michael Redding, it's his best interest here to kind of overcut. You know, I think having you see that tire difference where he had those 5 extra laps on everyone else, where he was able to kind of have those fresh tires and not make it a contest. I think if you have a tire advantage later in the race, that could really, really help you at the end.
Yeah, Sarge has a pretty good run, and that looks like the normal old NASCAR. Look like Kreidler may have went ahead and rolled out of it just a hair, just to save them from going side by side into 1.
Oh, Redding just got the wall off too slightly.
Oh, we have Davey Hendricks heading.
Davey Hendricks is in.
He's doing the early committing. I think that could, if it's done correctly, could see him gain a couple seconds here entering pit road. Plus having an undercut there, that might work in his favor. Michael Redding here is going to be working on Nodge to try to lap him. Kobe Sutphin coming.
Well, that's another one of the million-dollar questions. What kind of issues will lap traffic cause for the leaders?
Yeah, I feel like the last couple laps, Michael Redding has been slightly struggling. Kobe Sutphin's just kind of putting himself in the mirrors of the 31 there. Oh, we got a lap car. Oh, really inopportune spot here for Will Jester with the leaders.
Oh, and he tried to go to the bottom to get... Oh, they're both coming in. 31's coming to pit road.
Oh, Will Jester's going to miss pit road. He's going to spin out, but that's not going to bring a caution unless he overcorrects. No, he keeps it straight. Johnny Brugg. Ooh, Johnny Brugg gained a bunch of time entering pit road.
Yes, he did. That was an excellent entry.
So the question is if you're Kobe, how much longer do you want to stay out here? Because I'm looking at his lap times. He's probably losing close to 2 seconds a lap.
Honestly, I think staying out just a lap or 2 more, so you're not kind of, if you only have a 1 lap tire difference and someone gains a 2 seconds on you, I don't think that's worth kind of coming down. I think kind of either hanging out here and banking on a caution or kind of staying out here so you have much fresher tires there at the end, so you kind of catch everyone like how Michael Redding did. So I know you're going to have 2 seconds of pace behind, but I think it could work out in the long run.
We just had a little bit of drama in the pits. Johnny Brugg overshot his pit stall.
We're watching Davey Hendricks blow through here like he's Wile E. Coyote with a rocket strapped to him. Got Ollie on the flat. Got Faded is on the flat.
Just like Darrell Waltrip used to say, you get yourself a set of 4 Mr. Feelgoods, and the next thing you know, you're Superman.
Absolutely looks like it.
Yeah, Skylar Carnes and Davey Hendricks have undercut Michael Redding for the lead here. They have, man, Davey Hendricks has a pretty big lead here on Michael Redding. Davey's exiting turn 4 as Michael was probably at the 1/3 mark of 3.
Yeah, I think Kobe's still spinning laps with Justin Malarkey in tow. And we got Eliana is now running in 3rd with Davey in 4th and closing.
Kobe Suff in pitting.
Oh, Kobe hit the inside wall coming into the pits there.
There are walls everywhere at Darlington, and it seems like it is our job to find every one of them and slap into it.
I'm wondering if he's got a patch repair, and maybe that could be something he looks into for this final run here to the checkers. So, interesting thing to note here is all the leaders currently have pitted except for Justin Malarkey. I'm wondering if Malarkey's just going to stay out here. Oh, Skylar Carnes crashes on the backstretch. Oh, he comes back up into traffic. Oh, he's dead sideways.
Nosed her into the inside wall. There's still green. Oh, he just checked out.
That would have been the break for Justin Malarkey. That would have won him that race if that would have brought out a caution.
Well, we got quite a few guys that have gotten their lap back already. So, I don't know. The thing with Justin is I think at this point, you know, enough guys got around him. He needs to come in.
Well, if he gets a caution here, I think that might be what he's putting his eggs into, is if there's a caution, he's going to have such a tire advantage that he is going to, if he can cleanly get through the field, he is going to absolutely obliterate the field on fresh tires.
Yes, that's true. I just don't know, because the thing we don't know is that does anybody else still have a set sitting in the pits other than him?
So Skylar brake checked pretty hard going in, trying to get around the 33, and kind of got it loosey-goosey on the new tires, and then on the exit, kind of got chased down the hill after 33 bumped the wall, and that's what put him out.
That's really unfortunate.
Malarkey's coming in.
Malarkey is on pit road. So it's going to put about 28 to go.
Well, hopefully for Malarkey's sake here, even if he pits here and he gets tires on, if a caution comes out, he still has a tire advantage. But that's what he's hanging his bets on. But we only have 10 cars on the lead lap and I think maybe 13 on track.
Yeah, we're at the point there's so many lap down and not running. It appears that there are 12 left.
Yeah, that is correct. We only have 12 cars left on track. It's been a race of attrition tonight, boys.
Which is pretty typical for a Darlington race. It's just, you know, there you see all the outs. There's still several of them that are sitting in the pits. You know, Dixon's a bunch of laps down. He's out trying to finish it off. But this is showing right now 9th place is the last car, 1 lap down. But they're within about 2 seconds of getting lapped.
I think Malarkey here, he's a couple seconds behind the leader, Davey Hendricks here. He should be able to pass Hendricks here in the next couple laps and get himself back on the lead lap. If that happens and a caution comes out, I'd look out for Justin Malarkey.
Yeah, that is his number one goal at this point, is he must get around Davey. Otherwise, if he doesn't and the caution comes out, his race is over.
And that's part of, jump back to that throwback, that Darlington so often gives you that throwback race that was, you know, that's how we did it back in the 80s. And this is just kind of what it lends itself to, so why not make the cars look like they did back then? One of the best weekends we got.
And we get 2 of them instead of the 1 from years previous. Not an NTRL, but in real life.
Yeah, I wasn't all that sad with the COVID shutdown when they ran, wasn't it? They ran 3 of them that year?
Yeah, but
we had 3 Darlington.
I'll take that. I'm a Darlington fan. So Faded is about to take his lead lap status and put it in his back pocket.
Davey Hendricks has a 9.3 second lead on Michael Redding here.
Yep.
It looks like the undercut definitely was the strategy here. I don't think, I could be wrong in the next 23 laps if hopefully Davey saved enough tires to where they're not going to fall off so bad that he's going to lose 9.3 seconds. It's definitely possible.
Well, he lost a 10th just running through 1 and 2 there this lap. He's gaining a little bit of it back down the back stretch, but yeah, I mean he's still got a massive 9-second lead already, and now it's growing as he's going through 3 and 4. Malarkey, yeah. There's Malarkey trying to work on the 56, which is just going to be a battle of ninth position. Try to be the lucky dog. 97's got that one, so we've got a lucky dog swap at the unsponsored 97 of Justin Malarkey, and have somebody give him a shout. We'll probably get a great deal. We'll probably get you on there for $2 million a race. Then Malarkey is setting sail. I mean, he is definitely working his way up here. He's getting up towards Davey pretty quick.
Yeah, he is, but catching him's one thing, passing him's another unless he lets him go here. And if I was Davey, I'm not going to let him go very easy because of the exact reason that Kyle said is that if he gets back on the lead lap, then the tire advantage comes in.
Well, I think for him, I think you need to just keep the stuff that you have in your control in your control. I think he's one of those things that you need to kind of let go at this point because you have a 9.2 second gap to second place. You don't want to do anything where you make Malarkey feel like he has to make an aggressive move and kind of hit you, bump you in the wall and give you damage, and then you drop back and lose that 9.5 seconds.
Yeah, I agree, but this is Davey Hendricks. He's never made passing him ever easy. It doesn't matter who you are.
Well, that appears to be exactly what the plan for the 88 is just to be as wide as humanly possible, which is going to necessitate the 97 trying to get in there and force the down underneath him. Oh, man, washed up that left rear quarter.
Yeah, Davey does a really, really good job of maintaining momentum just off of that final corner.
Oh, yeah, a little loose off there.
Too. You need to not kill your tires here. Because not only are you going to be at a disadvantage if he does get by you and a caution comes out, you are also killing your stuff, so you're digging yourself a bigger hole here. Yeah, Malarkey's alongside. I think he needs to give it to him. If he races him into this corner, I don't think that's a smart move. He lets him by.
Well, the way
that was the smart choice.
97 cleared him, that looked like it might have been a little bit of full send mode going in there. But was that part of it trying to hold up the 97 and see if he can get him to burn them tires up a little bit so they equalize?
Oh, Davey in the wall. All right, 9.5 seconds, the gap last time by. Oh, Ollie spun, but he saved it. Yeah, just sort of like a kerfuffle there between Kreidler and Ollie. Double check what was happening there. Yeah, Ollie went underneath of Kreidler, and yeah, they just made contact there.
Working in 15 to go, and Hendricks gave up a little bit getting through the traffic, but still a 7.8 second lead. It is shrinking over Michael Redding, and he's bringing Brugg with him a little bit. That little wad of cars he was just trying to get through probably had something to do with that. beverage on beverage violence here. We got some Budweiser Mellow Yellow going at it. See if Ollie can get the pass on Mr. Jester. Oh, they're going to run a little.
Yeah, someone's on the inside of you. You really need to run that high side so you don't have you don't pinch that person. As Ollie catches the wall coming off the corner.
That's going to hurt that car.
That's the bump that everybody else takes and rides to the inside fence and gets their nose stuck to the wall. So that was a fantastic job from Ollie keeping that thing pointed straight.
Yeah, going side by side through 1 and 2 is very much a two-person tango. The person on the outside really needs to get up near the wall so the person on the inside gets room and doesn't wash up into them. And then if you do run that high side, you have the advantage of carrying momentum off the corner.
So we have got a Skittles car from Florida that is just putting the hurting on everybody. So got a 7.7 second lead over Michael Redding, who is our second place runner. So I mean, all in all, the tire strategy worked. You know, he jumped around to get back up here and jump ahead. I mean, you know, it got him a second place run, you know, up till now. That necessarily hurt him.
We're going to have a battle for second here right away, boys.
Yeah, something happened to Johnny Brugg early in the run. He kind of went from being about 9 seconds back to jumping back to about 11. The field is slightly constricting with the tire strategies, but not to the pace I was expecting. But yeah, Johnny's catching Michael here.
Yep, he is right here, which in Redding is catching Creedler. Get on around him, so Johnny's low to try and get position to get around him. They're holding here about 3/10. Johnny gets worked around. Still
Yeah, I believe at this point, this is about the closest battle we have on the racetrack right now.
Yep, yeah, it absolutely is. They're the only two that their gap doesn't have a 1 in front of it, or a 2 or 3,
Or a negative.
Yeah, that's true. Don't have that. But yeah, you got Johnny. I mean, is making up small gains, but they are gains. I mean, he's working it closer to 2/10 than before, and working into 9 to go. So. Doesn't necessarily need to gain a second a lap, but definitely needs to keep gaining.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting here, especially when you have more than one car ahead of you guys that are lap traffic. How do you navigate that, and who gets screwed by it, who gets by it perfectly?
Yep, 74 and the 48 are both up ahead of them right now.
Oh, that is a hairy pass there for Naj. It's like Jester's letting him by, but hopefully Jester sees that there's the lead cars coming behind. Looks like Johnny lost some time there.
Yeah, the 31 had a really good 1 and 2 that time.
Yeah, Will Jester in the wall.
Which is definitely things you don't want to see when you're a lead lap car trying to get around them. The trick of Darlington isn't so much don't touch the wall like it is so many other places. Here it's more of when you touch the wall, be sure you can catch it. You know, get it off the wall and don't fly back across 3 or 4 lanes of traffic.
Well, I think to win this race, you need to be really good at making sure your hits are few and far between. So you can maybe get away with 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky. You just can't be repeatedly knocking down the wall because that's just not good for your rhythm.
No, this track is such a rhythm racetrack. You have to kind of find your rhythm and hit your marks perfectly, and if you do that, you're probably going to be the one in victory lane.
Got 5 to go at the line here. Davey, you did a really good job with that undercut, but yeah, it looks like Johnny is just kind of stabilized there.
Yeah, he's gained a couple of car lengths, but not anything of any real consequence. He's still about 6/10 back. See how Redding gets around Nodge. Or, I mean, then again, Nodge is running quick enough, and he's not getting held up. Which there's Rugg again. He's running into it, just dropped down to 0.4 of a second. I mean, coming in here to 3 to go, does that give him enough time to make up 0.4?
I think it just takes an inopportune lap car pass for Johnny to get into this. Or even there, I think Redding was a little timid there, thinking he can get underneath of Nodge and then committing to the high side.
Yeah, he gapped the time back out a little bit, got him over 5,500s there. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to take a little doing here.
Yeah, unfortunately for Redding there, it's just Nodge gets a fantastic run off of turn 2. So he can't really throw it. Oh, Nodge is going to let him by here.
Yep, that's the gentleman that Nodge is. And this is why he has so many fans, is he doesn't want to influence this battle, so he's going to get out of the way of it.
Oh. Car hit the wall. Looked like it was Alan Dixon, who's driving a modified currently.
Yep. And here comes the one. He is
hitting the wall.
Yeah, Johnny just got the wall pretty hard there. That probably will end that run.
Yep. So, finishing out his final lap is going to be, I'm just going to might as well go ahead and call him your winner here, Davey Hendricks. He's only got to roll through 3 and 4, and he's got enough time to get out and pedal a bicycle and beat everybody. So, Jacksonville, Florida, if you got a siren, kick that sucker on, because your guy just won the no-toed throwback from Darlington, South Carolina, driving the Skittles Toyota over Michael Redding, Johnny Brugg, Kobe Setfin, Gary Sargent, and on down the line. So that was that was a race I didn't think we were going to see. That was a kind of a wild race.
I think one of the things here is, we have such a hard racetrack here that you're going to have a lot of attrition. So at the end there, we only had 6 cars on the lead lap. So we had a lot of people kind of just stuck in their strategy, and they came out and they just kept their car clean after they kind of figured out where they were and who was faster and who was on the better strategy. So yeah, good win there for Davey Hendricks. Just a really good green flag run there to the end.
Yeah, that was, I mean, who would have expected to see the big one? I mean, that's just crazy.
Well, hey, they did it in real life at Darlington 2 weeks ago. They had the big one off of 2, so, I mean, we had to make sure we kept up.
This is true. Here's your final race results. Up on your screen, the Dave Mobile is going to get rolled back around. We just got the single page, so we will try and grab a couple of these guys and get them pulled over here with us. See if we can find anybody in any of these open chats anyway. There's Robinson. Well, I tell you what, we've got Sarge anyway, so we're gonna steal him from what he's doing.
Oh, we got some people in the podium finishers. We got Michael Redding and Davey Hendricks.
There we go.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I told the top 3 to go ahead and jump in the channel for you there.
Oh, awesome, thank you. Hey, up 12 in a top 5 for the opening points race, and that one got a little wild. What do you think of the season opener?
I will definitely take a top 5. I mean, I screwed up in the ARCA race and the Next Gen Cup last week, so I was ready for a better finish. But man alive, yeah, this track, it is a workout.
Yeah, that may have been an understatement. There, just wait till the replay and you see Rafter doing the weirdest helicopter wreck I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I know at one point somebody smacked the wall out of 2, and we were in accordion, bang, 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 all the way through for about top 8 spots, maybe something like that. I know it was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was the big one we called it.
Oh, it definitely
I can agree.
All right, we're gonna pull in some podium finishers. We're gonna grab Brugg first. We got Johnny Rocket pulling in here for his 3rd place finish, is where he's gonna end up. And as soon as I pull him in there to the right channel, get him to actually show up. There, Johnny Rocket, are you with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, there you are. So 3rd place, all in all, not too terrible of a night. What'd you think of the opening for season 22 for the Toads?
It was a great fun race. This is not my best track, so I will take a podium in 3rd. Davey ran a great race. Redding ran a great race. It was great racing all around, so it was a great season opener.
There was drama everywhere, I think, is probably the easiest way of putting it. I think you saw some of them. There's some of them you didn't. But the track is normal old Darlington tonight, even being a cooler temperature.
Yeah, these Xfinity cars are already a little on the tight side. So, and then I think the little bit of damage I put on my car early on kind of tightened up my car even more. So it was really hard racing.
Yeah, I noticed there, Johnny, and towards the beginning of the race there, you and Skylar and I can't remember if it was Alan, the 8 car, you 3 were having quite a bit of a heated battle there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Which one?
I think it was the 8 car and you and Skylar there at the beginning of the race. The 3 of you kind of were trading some pretty good paint there for a bit.
Yeah, that was the front.
Seems like we're having some connection issues there with Johnny.
Yep, Johnny, I think we're having some connection problems here. I'm gonna pull Redding in, the runner up for tonight, who must have got himself a offset tire strategy because he was hauling. So, Mr. Redding, how was tonight from your driver's seat?
It was pretty good, I reckon.
Well, you weren't wrecking. That's how you finished 2nd, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Darlington just suits my driving style. Don't overdrive the corners, keep it out of the fence. Got in the fence a couple of times, but for the most part, we kept it out of the wall and just methodically took our time getting through the field.
Yeah, you had a really good run. I mean, real good, consistent night. And that's 2nd place for the points, this being the first points race of season 22. So, all in all, pretty good night for you.
Yeah, I'd like to see a late race caution. I think if we'd have stacked us back up, that might have gave us a chance, but we didn't get it. But first and foremost, I want to say sorry to Benson. We made some contact. He wrecked, just battling hard for that position. I don't know if he come down, if I came up. It all happened pretty quick, so if he's listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that contact just kind of looked like someone was you're both just kind of doing that little floaty thing. It was just kind of a racing incident. Nothing on anybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, that to me, we looked at it. It was more like he zagged, you both were kind of in the same spot at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said in the race chat too. I wasn't sure, but yeah, I apologize to him. But overall, we'll take 2nd place. Wish we could have got the win, but on to the next one.
Yeah, trying to get the win was something that everybody was going to try and do. However, Davey Hendricks had the field covered. Davey, can you hear us up in the booth?
I can.
So, pretty commanding performance from you. The Skittles, did you soak the tires in Skittles so they were extra sticky and give you some more speed?
That's the only way I'd get through the corners later on in runs, but it worked, so no complaints.
Yeah, that's I mean, that was you just put a hurting on him the whole way through. That last pit stop, was there a specific reason you stopped like that, or is it just you just kind of felt you're just trying to split it in half?
Honestly, I mean, I had one set of tires after that still, but honestly, I think if I remember right, we were running up on some lap traffic, and I think Redding and someone else had already gotten past me. So I figured if I was gonna bow out now, avoid having to get caught up behind lap traffic, and maybe get a clean exit, and be in some clean air, I might come out pretty well. And I guess it worked because my lead grew after that pit cycle, so whatever I did, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, right after that pit cycle, I think you came out at, was it, 9.7 seconds, Kyle? Or do you remember off the top of your head?
Yeah, you came out
Yeah,
about
it was really close to just under 10 seconds.
Yeah, but good job, Davey. You came at it tonight. Didn't get a perfect sweep, but you did lead the most laps, and you did get the fastest lap, so that's about as perfect as I can get.
Sweet, I didn't think I was going to get either of those things, if I'm being really honest. Much less a win. I'll take it.
Yep, so it was a good Season 22 opener for the No Toad Racing League, and we're going to not have a broadcast here for a couple. We've got some scheduling conflicts, and then we will see everybody in early June, and we're going to run this and let everybody get on their way for the night. So everybody, thanks for watching, and be nice to each other, would you? We'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Good job, buddy. P1 right there.